So Space Investigators is this project that aims to showcase the current and historical contributions from the northeast of England to worldwide astronomy. This was largely a 5-month museum exhibition that was hosted here at the Great North Museum, Hancock, and this featured artefacts from famous northeast astronomers and also interactive activities to make it more engaging, especially for children. So the northeast of England actually has a really rich history in astronomy that a lot of people are unaware about. There's quite a few famous astronomers. For example, Thomas Wright, who was an astronomer from County Durham in the 1700s. There was also a major manufacturing company called Grubb Parsons, and they were a company in Newcastle that manufactured telescopes for all around the world. One of the reasons why we wanted to do an astronomy exhibition that linked to the local area is that people tend to engage more with a subject if it's relatable, either if that's a representation or kind of a personal link. So linking astronomy to the local region makes the subject more accessible. So part of the exhibition was highlighting the historical elements. So for example, we had some of the original sketches by Thomas Wright. We also had a lot of artefacts from Grubb Parsons, so mirrors that were manufactured, amateur telescopes that we displayed as well. And then the other side of it was trying to showcase the future of astronomy. So we had interviews from astronomers at Northumbria, Durham and Newcastle University. We also had some activities and some elements about future facilities that the universities in the northeast are linked to. So we actually had a Lego model of the extremely large telescope that was built by PhD students at Newcastle University.
Universities and museums have a really long history of working together. Museums are really great places where academics and academic research can come into direct contact with audiences in a really informal but also quite structured way. So it really provides a really useful tool for academics to test ideas, to understand what motivates people, to think about all of their research in the context of that kind of human story and how public engagement really works. I think there was a really unique opportunity with this particular exhibition to think about the ways in which we could work with different kinds of audiences. And as a museum that's a public museum that is open to everybody, accessibility is really important to us. And we learned a lot from the way that Vicky and her team worked around issues to do with accessibility. We want to make sure that we can reach as many people as we can. And this exhibition was a really interesting way for us to trial some interesting methods and some innovative ways to do that.
So my role specifically in this project is tackling inaccessibility issues. So currently in the UK, 60% of people don't visit exhibitions because they feel like it's inaccessible or they feel like they can't gain anything from it. We've also been working with a lot of accessibility groups and hearing their experiences from exhibitions where sometimes they've not been allowed to touch the exhibits or get too close to the text as well. Hearing those stories was very disheartening of how a lot of people feel like they can't really go to exhibitions, especially because for me exhibitions are a big part of how I learn and how I interact with science.
So I think it's really great that academics can collaborate with museums, and it's really great that here at the Great North Museum, Hancock, they do a lot of collaboration with academics. So as a researcher, often my work is only ever kind of communicated to other astronomers, but a lot of research just isn't out there in the public. And since the public are the ones kind of funding a lot of the research, I think it's a really great way to kind of give back by showcasing the research to the public through venues like museums.
The Space Investigators exhibition was, in my mind, the start of something rather than the kind of culmination of anything. We are hoping that there will be opportunities to develop that further. As a university museum, we're also interested in supporting students, we're interested in supporting research, we're interested in supporting public engagement and impact work. And this sort of was a catalyst to think about how we can sort of expand all of that in the future.
So I think there would be a lot of people that would be interested in projects like this, but just don't know how to start. But I think this exhibition proved that you can do a project like this, you can do public engagement, even if you're not really sure where to start, because there's a great team of people at the university and museums that will help you and make your project a success.